and gather with the chatters. Today we're going to go to ShowLow Lake, Arizona and try to catch some walleye or trout.
Are you ready to go get something to eat? I am.
I am too. Let's do it. We made a little pit stop on the way to ShowLow Lake. I can't disclose the location because it's kind of a special thing. But we're going to go look at some petroglyphs that I remember my parents showed me a long time ago. And are you guys excited to see the petroglyphs?
Absolutely.
Yep.
We just found a picture of the original Hunt and Gather with the Chatters member. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a pictograph of a guy holding a bow, guy or gal. And anyways, pretty cool.
You can actually see two circles on the ground here. Hopefully you can see that. And then this one is really, really cool. There's a guy playing a flute or something. And then another guy.
You know, it's interesting. We do these videos where we go out in the woods and we hunt animals and eat them. And nowadays, for most people around the world, that's just for entertainment. And here we are looking at these petroglyphs. And, you know, back then, it was a game of survival. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a petroglyph of a person there holding a bow and arrow. And they're not representing a sport, they're representing a way of life. So it just, it always makes you reflect on what it would be like to be alive back then. And just how lucky we are that we get to do it now as a pastime rather than a necessity.
We've just reached ShowLow Lake. It's right outside of ShowLow, hence the name. And it's surrounded by pine trees. It's really pretty. It's a small mountain lake, and we are targeting walleye and trout today, rainbow and brown trout.
Crawdad trap, and we're just using this bucket, and we're basically gonna put some really tiny holes down here, and we're gonna have it where the water's flowing. It's flowing this way, so it keeps the crawdads in there. Obviously they can't get through this hole, so we're gonna cut it cut it out right here, and then we're gonna put some worms in there for bait.
Okay, let's see if it works. Do you want to introduce this man that's all of a sudden showing up in the video?
This is John Manette, founder of Camera Crusades, a really awesome YouTube channel.
Yes, it is.
Go and check out his YouTube videos at some point.
And I mean, what's the main relation to this guy?
He is my uncle.
Good, I mean, that's important information. He's
Yes.
not a random stranger. Fern is trying to catch crawdads with a bucket, and she's also trying to catch them with just a worm and a hook. And the idea is that the crawfish or crawdad, which is what I grew up calling them, grabs onto that worm, and then she can just pull the line out of the water really quickly, and the crawdad will hang on to that food and she can get it out of the water. You got this.
Alright, let's put the crawdad.
I see one right there. See him? Oh, I see two actually.
Get him in the bucket.
Oh wow, they're just going to town. Nice. Okay, you're onto something. Keep on doing that. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Got it?
We need 4,000.
Nice job.
Okay, so Cindy here just took onto a rainbow. She's gonna try to swing it around.
Oh my gosh, he's going crazy.
He's really jumping. Nice, he's a fatty.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, baby.
Can you hold him up?
Oh my gosh, it's there it is. Okay, whoa, simmer down, buddy. Simmer.
He's a keeper, ain't he?
He's totally a keeper. Ah, maybe not. We get the stringer, honey?
I do.
Okay.
Can you hold it up? Woo! Look at that.
All right, so I just caught a rainbow trout, which is awesome because it's the first fish from the lake. And Fern's been catching some crawdads. In fact, she's doing so well, she went over here by herself and she's trying to catch even more. So let's go see what she's doing, whether or not she's having success. Hey, babe. How's it going? Honey, have you just caught a huge one and you lost it?
I tried to bait it so many times, but he wouldn't latch on enough.
Okay. Do you still have a worm? Or do you need another worm?
I still have a worm.
Do you think that
He was
the...
so big though, like he was right.
Is that him? I see one right there.
He was huge. Right? That guy?
Yeah.
He was twice the size of him.
Okay.
Maybe 3 times actually.
Do you think that the swim bait is a hindrance? Maybe they're not grabbing on as well as they would if it's just a hook and a worm?
No.
Well, this is definitely the hot spot, huh? Nice! Oh my gosh! What number is that?
13.
Okay.
So I caught this awesome crawdad, and I'd been trying to catch him for a while, and he would like fight the other crawdads for the piece of fish that I put on my hook. But he's like really, really big.
Yeah, he's a monster. Biggest one I've ever seen. He's eaten size as far as the tail and the claws. Aaron finally caught something, which is awesome because he was starting to get really grumpy. And let's go see what it is. What is it?
I don't know yet.
Is he fighting good?
Kind of medium. That's a bass.
Nice! Don't lose him.
I think he just coughed up some crawdads.
Yeah, I was thinking that he had just thrown the hook, but... Oh, wow, he's real pretty. He's a lot lighter green than mine. Yeah. Okay. Are you happy now?
Well, I'm happy to finally catch something after a day and a half, but we came out here for walleye, but I'll take what I can get. We're gonna let him go though. A lot of people cook the crawdads whole, and then they'll, when they go to eat them after they cook them, they'll turn red like a lobster. They'll tear the tail off, and then they'll suck out the head, they call it. But it's just never really been my thing. But the tail meat's awesome. It does taste like lobster. So what we do is we tear the tail off, and then you can keep that and use it as bait to catch more crawdads. And after you tear the tail off, you can take that middle vein, there's 5 fins, but you take that middle one and you give it a little quarter turn twist back and forth, and then you gently pull it out, and you're removing the poop vein or whatever you want to call it. And so now that crawdad's all clean inside. So it's a cool little trick.
All right. Uncle John has a new fascination with crawdads. We're gonna go ahead and rip that dude off. So you release the meat, and now we want to clean out that poop trail. Middle fin, wiggle, twist, and release. Wow. So gross, but also so fun to watch.
Let me get this. Here, wash that one off. What do you think?
What?
Wash it.
Can you wash this?
No, that's incredible.
Cindy has her rainbow here that she got. It's about 2 pounds, pretty nice rainbow. And we've done some videos before where we fillet trout out. This one she's gonna clean it whole, so to speak. And so she'll walk you through the steps.
Alright, I'm just
making sure that it doesn't have any sand or anything on it, because once sand gets in your meat, it's never coming out. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and gut it. And I like to start right at the little hole in this back fin. And I'm going maybe an inch in, right in between those double fins, all the way up to these top fins. And now I can go ahead and pull out all those innards. They're a little slimy. Go ahead. Now that I got the guts out, now I'm going to go ahead and cut off the head. As far as scaling trout, we don't do that. We just haven't found a need to. We're not eating the skin. Some people like to eat the skin and therefore they like to scale them. But we're gonna go ahead and just cook these either in a foil pack or in a pan. And we'll just peel the skin off when they're done cooking. All right, so we found a little place to camp, and right now it's so dry out, you can't actually have campfire, so we're using a propane stove today, but it's kind of ideal since we got some crawdad tails. And I just put a little bit of water in there and I washed them, and I'm just waiting for my water to boil. It's close. So we are getting ready to start the boiling process, and what we're going to do, as soon as I see my water boil, I'm going to drop my crawdads in there, and it's almost instant. They start to turn red, and that's the sign that they're cooking. So that whole red lobster that you see anytime you're looking at a Red Lobster commercial, that red comes after the fact. That's a cooked effect. The lobster before it's cooked is the brown color. And we are going to have ourselves some little mini lobster tails. And at most, a minute is all that's needed. Just going to give them a little stir. That one's kind of curled up funny. Wait for that water to start boiling again. I'll know that it's reached a good heat. And once they're ready, we're gonna go ahead and give them a try. Let's eat! Go ahead and grab one of those dudes.
That's a big one.
How do you do this?
You gotta kind of peel it away.
You just take your
Then you can push it out too, yeah, that too.
And I do have a little bit of salt if you guys want it.
Yeah, that's a little lobster there.
Butter would be better, yes, for sure.
That's a little salt.
Get it.
Burn, you want some salt?
No.
Alright. What do you think?
Go ahead.
Yeah? What does it taste like?
Tastes like lobster. It really does.
Yeah, it's totally lobster.
Yeah?
I wish we caught more than, I mean, we got like, what, 2 dozen maybe? But I wish we had caught more.
I'm gonna cook clean.
Like that?
Oh, do you want some salt?
Do you remember that time we caught several hundred and we did a big boil like that, and we had tons of leftovers, and we were making little crawdad omelets and crawdad tacos.
Yeah, they were really, really good. Alright, you guys want some more?
Thank you for watching Hunt Gather with the Chatters. We'll see you next time when we go get something to eat.